Hello. Come on into my virtual office. I'm Mark Reinert from AuthenticBusinessGrowth.com. Well, actually this video features the cartoon version of me. People often ask me what are the most effective marketing strategies for selling professional services? So I created this video series to address that question. The three strategies that we are talking about are writing, speaking, and networking. Today, in part 2, we are going to talk about using writing as a marketing strategy for selling your professional services. Flash back to early 2007, and picture a man working 2 jobs. He's under a pile of debt with 6 children to support. On top of that, he lives in an isolated country that's not exactly thriving economically. Now, a few short years later, Time magazine has listed his website as one of the 50 best websites in the world, and over 200,000 people follow him. He is debt-free, has a sizable emergency fund, and has the money to move his large family to San Francisco, one of the most expensive cities in the United States. Leo Babauta of Zen Habits did this all with his little business, and here's the catch. He did this by diligently and consistently writing 1 or 2 educational articles a week. Let's talk about the underlying principles that made him successful, and how you can do the same. Writing is a great marketing strategy for professional services. It's especially helpful if you like to write, or if your schedule makes it hard to be available at the best times for speaking or networking. It's also a great strategy if you help people with a problem that's personal or sensitive. They might not feel comfortable going to a workshop on the topic, but they'll read your articles. There are several principles that can make your efforts in using writing to market professional services more effective. The first principle is to give insight. Focus on giving insight. Insight is the best proof you can provide about the value of your professional services. It's important that you write material closely related to the problem your business solves. Think about what keeps your readers, your ideal client prospects, awake at night. That will give you insight into what to write about. As you write, use many stories or metaphors. You don't need long stories, just short anecdotes or mini stories. These help people connect with you. Stories and metaphors help deepen learning. Principle number 2 is, get your writing in front of people. Social media and the explosion of the internet makes it both easier and harder. Get your writing or other content in front of people. Put some effort into exploring different options online and offline. Your goal is to get your writing in front of your ideal client prospect regularly in ways they find interesting. The options available to you run the gamut from writing a book or distributing tips pamphlets to an email newsletter hooked up to a blog. Assuming you are writing on a topic that interests people, there are a variety of ways to do this successfully. The third principle is, write evergreen content that you can repurpose. In 1937, Dale Carnegie's book How to Win Friends and Influence People was first published. More than 50 years after his death, the book remains a bestseller because he wrote about an evergreen or timeless topic, human nature. Writing short and helpful articles that you distribute on your blog, email list, and on social media is one of the best ways to write and get attention. As you do this, however, it's important you focus on timeless principles that relate to your subject matter. The idea of repurposing content can also serve as great motivation. If you want to write a book, plan your table of contents and write an article on your blog for each subchapter. In a few months you'll have the rough draft for your book. Similarly, if you want to create a signature coaching program, apply the same strategy to developing your material. You'll learn even more through the discipline of organizing it and writing about it. Principle number 4 is to write consistently, ideally every week. You'll get better results from writing consistently. Remember Leo from Zen Habits? He writes 1 or 2 articles per week. Being consistent helps make it manageable. Yes, there are other ways to use writing effectively to market and sell professional services. Writing articles is the method that usually has the best results for the effort put in. For most of my clients, writing 1 article a week is a useful goal. You'll lose many of the benefits if you only do it monthly. Any less often than monthly and your results will resemble cold soup or melted ice cream. People need a repeated contact with you over time before they will be ready to buy. There are different names for this, such as drip marketing, multi-touch marketing, or relationship marketing. Writing lets you get in front of your ideal client prospects regularly. The need for regular marketing contact, and given people's short attention span, it's often better to write a short article weekly rather than one long one each month, as long as they are helpful and relevant. Almost everyone who is making good money using writing as a marketing strategy is writing and releasing material every week. Yes, you can get more clients through writing. Can you triple your income in a year writing articles on productivity and simplicity the way Leo Babauta did? The truth is that it will probably take more than just writing articles to triple your income, but don't give up on something good because it's not a magic bullet. The fact remains that writing in one form or another is an important tool in your marketing toolbox. So, now, let's review. First, give insight. It's the best proof of the need for your services. Second, get your writing in front of people regularly in ways they find interesting. Next, write evergreen content that you can repurpose. Fourth, write consistently, ideally every week. This has been the second video in the 4-part series exploring the 3 best marketing strategies for selling professional services. We're exploring writing, speaking and networking and how to use them effectively in marketing. For now, though, I have a question for you. How are you using writing to market your professional services? If not, what's standing in your way? Share your thoughts and strategies in the comment section below.